In the vast, uncharted expanse of the Vista sector, Captain Vexor Thorn of the Zendari merchant vessel, the Pelorian Zet, found self on an unexpected journey. His sever-fingered hand adjusted the viewing screen, zooming in on a small drifting object amidst a field of debris. "What is that?" he murmured, his ridged chin scratching in curiosity. His first officer, Valeria, her scales shimmering blue under the ship's lights, responded, "Some kind of escape pod, Captain." Vexor guided the Pelorian Zet closer, his antenna twitching with intrigue. "Not a design I recognize," he noted, ordering Valeria to scan for life signs. The results were unexpected. A single, faint biosignature from an unknown species. Vexor made a swift decision, overriding Valeria's concern about Union regulations. "Bring it into the cargo bay," he commanded. The damaged pod, marked with thermal burns, was pulled aboard. Inside, they found a creature unlike any they had encountered. A human, as Dr. Zoll later identified. The being was in critical condition, its soft skin pale and its breathing labored. Vexor ordered immediate medical attention, and the human, a female, was rushed to the medical bay. 4 hours later, the human showed signs of improvement, her breathing steady and color returning to her cheeks. Dr. Zoll, astonished by her biology, identified her as Elyna Voss, a lieutenant from Earth. Vexor, intrigued by this mythical species, ordered a course set for Nexus Prime, where better medical facilities awaited. Upon arrival at the bustling space station orbiting Nexus Prime, Governor Mandate Vec greeted them with a mix of alarm and pity. "You rescued a human. God help you. You have no idea what you've done," he warned Vexor. "Humans," he explained, were a restricted contact species, and their protection was taken very seriously by Earth's governments. "They protect their own with remarkable ferocity," Mandate Vec said. "It's their most sacred belief." Elyna, now conscious and recovering, was interrogated by Mandate Vec and Counselor Corvix, a Union official. She revealed that her ship, the Oblivion's Edge, had been attacked by unknown assailants, and that she had activated an emergency beacon upon escape. This beacon, she explained, would alert Earth to her location, and they would come for her, no matter the cost. Corvix, dismissive of Earth's capabilities, ordered Elyna's transfer to a secure Union facility. Vexor, feeling a growing protectiveness toward the human, argued for her to remain under his care. "She is under my protection. My ship, my rescue, my responsibility," he insisted. Before the argument could escalate, an aide rushed in, confirming that Elyna's beacon had been detected and that a response from Earth was imminent. 2 days passed, and Elyna's strength returned, along with her determination to contact her superiors. Vexor visited her daily, bringing her updates and learning about her world. Earth, she described, was a planet of vast oceans and diverse ecosystems, home to millions of species, humans among them. "We're protective of our home and our people. We've had to be," she explained. Valeria, Vexor's first officer, shared disturbing rumors from outer system traders. Several powerful Union species had been exploiting uncontacted worlds near human space, violating Union laws. This, combined with whispers of human ghost ships appearing near Union outposts, suggested that humans were far more advanced than the Union acknowledged. As an enforcer ship approached Nexus Prime, Vexor knew he had to act. He couldn't ignore the growing sense of duty he felt toward Elyna and the potential threat to his people if the Union's actions were exposed. With Valeria's help, he devised a plan to spirit Elyna away from the station, evading both Union and Earth authorities. Together they would navigate the complex politics of the galaxy, uncovering the truth about human advancements and the Union's secrets. Vexor's journey as a simple trader had taken a dramatic turn, and he found himself at the center of a galactic storm, protecting a human and challenging the authority of the Galactic Union. The Pelorian Zet, once a mere merchant vessel, was now a ship on a mission, carrying a passenger who would change the course of Vexor's life forever. In the heart of the Nexus Prime space station, tension crackled like static as Captain Vexor Thorn stood his ground against Counselor Corvix and the might of the Galactic Union. The sudden appearance of the Phantom Vanguard vessel Swift Justice had completely transformed the perception of humans, transforming them from the helpless, primitive species the Union had once believed them to be. Vexor watched in awe as Commander Andrew Armstrong and his team, Lieutenant Kelly Martinez and Special Operative Chris Thorn, commanded the respect and fear of the Union officials. Commander Andrew Armstrong and his team, Lieutenant Kelly Martinez and Special Operative Chris Thorn, displayed a calm demeanor and the sheer power of their human fleet, demonstrating a technology far beyond the Union's capabilities. Even the seasoned Union counselor was left speechless by the humans' seemingly unexpected appearance, which had bypassed all detection systems. "Release her now. You have no authority here," Andrew demanded, his voice steady and unyielding. Corvix, despite his bluster, knew when he was outmatched. The arrival of Admiral Brianna Winters and the Terran Defense Fleet had turned the tide, and the humans were now in a position of power. Vexor turned to Elyna, who stood tall and proud, her eyes shining with a mix of relief and determination. "I believe my right is here," she said with a smile, her voice steady despite the whirlwind of events. The humans had come for one of their own, and they were not leaving without her. The command center buzzed with activity as Union officials scrambled to respond to the unexpected turn of events. Admiral Winters' stern face filled the main screen, her gaze unwavering as she addressed the counselor. "Earth does not recognize your authority over human citizens. We are not members of your Union. We are not bound by your regulations," she declared, her voice leaving no room for argument. The revelation that humans had been observing the Union from the shadows, choosing isolation until they were ready, sent a shockwave through the room. Vexor couldn't help but feel a sense of admiration for a species that had remained hidden, biding their time until they were strong enough to challenge the galactic power. As the Union warships arrived, Corvix's confidence returned, but it was short-lived. Admiral Winters' calm response and the sheer number of human ships that materialized out of thin air left no doubt that the humans were in control. The true extent of the Union's transgressions was laid bare when Elyna revealed the abductions of humans for biological research. The room fell silent, the weight of the Council's actions hanging heavy in the air. Governor Mandate Vex's evasive answers only served to deepen the sense of betrayal and anger that filled the room. Just as the tension reached a boiling point, Ambassador Charles Frost entered the command center, flanked by representatives from various alien species. The sight of these allies, worlds that had chosen to partner with Earth, sent a clear message. The humans were no longer alone, and their power was growing. For decades, the Union has painted humans as dangerous primitives while secretly studying us and stealing our people. "That ends today," Ambassador Frost declared, his voice echoing with authority. The humans had come not only for Elyna, but for every one of their citizens taken by the Union. Vexor watched as the humans reclaimed their power, their technology, and their people. He felt a sense of pride and alliance with these new friends, knowing that the Zendari had played a small part in this galactic shift. As the humans prepared to leave with Elyna, Vexor knew that his life and the course of the galaxy had been forever changed by the arrival of the Phantom Vanguard. With a final nod to Elyna and a handshake from Commander Carter, Vexor stepped back, allowing the humans to take control. The Pelorian Zet, once a mere merchant vessel, had become a symbol of hope and alliance in a galaxy on the brink of change. And as the humans departed, Vexor knew that the Zendari would forever be a part of their story. A story of courage, determination, and the unbreakable bond of friendship across the stars. Vexor stood at the observation deck, the vast expanse of space stretching out before him, feeling a sense of awe and wonder. The Concordia spire orbited a neutral star, a beacon of hope and unity, in a galaxy that had once been divided by corruption and exploitation. The transformation from the old Union to the new Congress had been swift and decisive, thanks to the humans' strategic patience and overwhelming technological superiority. As he gazed out at the stars, he couldn't help but reflect on the journey that had brought him to this moment. From the simple act of rescuing an injured human, to standing as a symbol of interstellar friendship and cooperation, his life had taken an extraordinary turn. The humans, with their dedication to justice and their people, had shown him a new path forward, a path where compassion and courage could reshape the galaxy. Elyna, now Earth's assistant ambassador, stood beside him, her presence a reminder of the bond that had formed between their species. "It's quite a view, isn't it?" she said, her voice soft and reflective. Vexor nodded, unable to find the words to express the depth of his emotions. The sight of representatives from hundreds of worlds filing into the main assembly chamber for the first official session of the new Concord was a testament to the power of unity and the potential for a brighter future. The old Union had fallen, its corrupt leaders facing justice from their people. The evidence of their transgressions, meticulously gathered by human operatives, had been a wake-up call for many species who had suffered under their rule. The new Concord, based on principles of equality and fair representation, offered a fresh start, a chance to build a galaxy where every voice mattered and no one was left behind. As they entered the vast chamber, the hum of dozens of languages filled the air, seamlessly translated by advanced technology. Vexor noticed the stark contrast between this inclusive gathering and the exclusive meetings of the old Union, where only the powerful had a say. Admiral Winters, standing at the central podium, called the session to order, her voice commanding and respectful. "Captain Vexor of Zendar, please step forward," she announced, her eyes meeting his with a mix of pride and gratitude. Vexor walked to the podium, feeling the weight of hundreds of gazes upon him. He never thought his actions would lead to this, but he was determined to face it with the same courage he had from the start. "This humble trader captain," Admiral Winters said, her voice carrying through the chamber, "did something extraordinary. When faced with an injured being from an unknown species, he chose compassion over fear and rescue over abandonment. That single decision revealed the corruption at the heart of the old system and began the change we see today." President Abbott Kingsley, Earth's leader, stepped forward, his presence commanding and dignified. "Captain Vexor Thorn," he said, his voice filled with respect, "Earth officially recognizes you as the first friend of humanity in the greater galaxy. Your actions saved Lieutenant Voss, but they also created an opportunity for understanding between our peoples that might otherwise have taken centuries." As the president placed a small medallion in Vexor's hand, a symbol of the friendship between their species, the assembly erupted in applause. Representatives from dozens of species rose to their feet, their voices and cheers filling the chamber with a sense of unity and hope. Vexor felt a surge of emotion, a mix of pride, gratitude, and determination. He had done what seemed right, and in doing so, he had helped shape a new future for the galaxy. Later, as he stood once more on the observation deck with Elyna, the stars twinkling in the distance, Vexor reflected on the journey that had brought him to this point. "I still don't understand something," he said, his voice quiet. "I rescued one human, and humanity went to war for me, and my entire species in return. Why?" Elyna smiled, her eyes reflecting the starlight. "That's what humans do, Captain. We protect our friends. We never leave people behind. Even the aliens you hardly know are among us, especially them. Because that's how you build a better galaxy. One rescue at a time." Vexor looked out at the stars, his heart filled with a sense of purpose and belonging. He knew that the path ahead would not be easy, but with friends like the humans by his side, he was ready to face whatever challenges the galaxy might throw at them. For in the end, it was the bonds of friendship and the power of compassion that would guide them toward a brighter, more united future.